Hello everyone, welcome to AZ Cloud Training. Today we are going to see how to install AWS CLI, which is command line interface. Again, I'm doing it for the Windows. You can always do this for Linux or Mac OS. To find the installer, we have to go to the AWS documentation site. We're installing the version 2.0. So here I'm choosing the Windows installer. So I'm just going to click on the Windows and then scroll down to the installer location. I'm going to double click the installer and it's quickly going to launch. I'm going to click next, accept the terms and then click next and finally install. So let's give it a minute. So people who are very familiar or with Unix commands, then they would prefer to use the command line interface. I personally am used to the graphical interface, so I personally would choose the AWS management console. But then there are situations where you have to use the command line interface. So now the installation is complete. So let's end it finish. So how do I know whether it has installed it or not? So there is a quick check that you start prompt and then hit command prompt, and then from here you just type AWS dash dash version, and now it should show me that it has installed it. Now the second step that we have to do is quickly configure it. So what we have to do is type AWS configure, and it's going to ask me access ID. So for access ID, what you have to do is you have to go to AWS Management Console and then click on My Security Credentials, and then expand the access keys. So I have generated the access keys, and I have already typed in. So I'm just going to enter, but you have to basically type in those keys. Um, and then I'm going to say US is 2 as my default. So another thing I wanted to show you is the location of the credential file that AWS stores. It's actually on your Windows machine, c:/users user ID .aws, and then in there you'll find two files, config and credentials. When you open credentials file in Notepad++, then you will see the credentials or the access key and the secret key that you entered in the step before. You can actually change that whenever you issue a new key. You can come here and change those key IDs, and you'll be all set from the CLI configuration perspective. That's it for now. Thank you for watching this video and see you in the next.